Okay, hi guys, how you doing, everybody? Facebook Live, YouTube Live. I'm gonna try and make sure that I am in the screen for YouTube. Last night I was over here in this corner, so I hope I'm visible. And then I gotta make sure I stay visible here too. Okay, here we go. Let's line these up a little better. There you go. There you go. All right. Okay, how are we doing? Hey Tony, how are ya? Yay, you're there. Hey Stacy, Kathleen. Okay, Elizabeth, hi. Uh, everybody, Leo Sunchild. All right, letting everyone gonna catch up for a second and I'll start chatting away a little bit. I'm a little optimistic this week after I had my meltdown about fake fucking readers, healers, and light workers, extortionists, and scam artists amongst them. And certainly there are some bad witches out there too. I sure am not going to exclude that category, my category, but not even a little bit amused was I on Wednesday when I sat with another person who broke down and told me a sad story. And, you know, and I talk about this, most of my readers have some social services background. There is this fine line between having a metaphysical breakthrough and what could be an absolute emotional breakdown, a psychic break utterly. And you've got to know the difference. And there's certain questions you ask, there's certain, oh, come on. Hold on, because I just lost somebody. I'm hoping you can still see me on YouTube because are you kidding me with this damn thing? I'm hoping you guys still have a connection on YouTube. Just let me know, please. Okay, good, because Facebook just went. I'm going to try again with Facebook. Give me a second while I... Okay, hi guys, how you doing? I'm sorry, let's try again, shall we? All right, just set a live video, let's go. This is not fun. Hey, all right, I'm back. Let's let everybody get back on, back up there on Facebook Live. YouTube still okay. So yeah, people who are truly in desperate straits, but have horrific backstories. You can't pretend you can get them their custody of their child back. You can't pretend that you can, dear God, one just wants a healing. The last one was just going to a Reiki person for healing and was basically slut shamed for an hour and nothing really done. And she actually had to pay for the session. The woman said, no, I don't want your money. Then later called her back and said, oh, by the way, I made a mistake. Yeah, I want my money. And this is somebody with a big profile, come on, knock it off, because I just sat there with her for 3 minutes and heard a story that could make you want to kill yourself. She didn't be slut shamed, I can assure you. Oh, come on. What is up with Facebook? Sorry, guys. What is this about? Hey, all right, I'm back. Let's let everybody get back on. Okay, let's try one more time. It's crazy. Not sure what's going on here. Okay, come on. That doesn't even want to start. This is not good. Okay, guys. I don't know what's happening with Facebook and the connection, but YouTube's going strong. Anyway, that's what that was about. I will deal with these people. There's a list that I have of names. I've been collecting names for a while now. And took care of one some time ago. Her career has been finished for the most part. Took care of that. And I can certainly take care of these as well. So no worries. just be warned if you really are a scam artist, if you really are extorting money from people, if you're causing that kind of damage, if you're wrecking lives, I'm gonna find you at this point. Now that's just become my new hobby. I'm not gonna say it's my life's work because it's not my life's work. It's my new hobby. I'll take you down. I have no problem with that. I have always played nicely with people. I refer out of the shop all the time. I'll tell you people to see, places to go. I will, who's legit and may charge a lot more money than I do, but they're legit. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Patty. Okay, let's hope we can stay on board here, Facebook. Um, so yeah, I'm happy to tell you of the readers out of the shop to go see. No problem. And there are some excellent, excellent readers and excellent healers in Connecticut. I'm probably going to do a newsletter about this, or at least make it a paragraph. One thing, guys, you should know. By law in Connecticut, every state is different when it comes to readers. But in Connecticut, you do have to have a disclaimer posted that just says for entertainment purposes only, medical advice, blah, blah, there's a whole paragraph. And I have it posted in my reading room, and I have it posted in the back where I have the readers for the fair. That's Connecticut law. You have to have some kind of license in Massachusetts. It's, excuse me, like $5, but it's a license you have to be registered as a reader. You should be able to record a reading. Now, there are a few readers legitimately who do not like to be recorded, and it interferes with their reading. And I get that. It's not for everyone. But those are few and far between, and they need to come to you highly recommended if they're not going to let you record. I know Lena, my friend Lena, the angel reader, is one of them. She doesn't like being recorded, interferes. She's also been reading for like 50 years. I mean, she's all her life, and trust me, she's not hurting anybody. However, extortion, trying to get money out of someone through fear, through intimidation, that's a felony. That's actually against the law. All right. So if somebody is doing that, of course they ultimately record them. Why would they? I wouldn't. So please be aware that that's a big red flag. Yep, Gary, I agree. But voice recordings, no one videotapes. I never had anybody ask if they could videotape me, ever. But I just tell them, you can record, you can write things down. I'll get you pen and paper. It's easier than sometimes they want someone to come in with them and write things down. And honestly, I'd rather them to pull their phone out. But how you doing, Gary? Miss you. Back in the shop. One of my favorite readers, Gary. Someone who I also refer to out of the shop. I have sent him clients, but he's in my shop periodically on Saturdays as well. And an excellent reader and a really good friend. So let's see. Why do I not like the way this looks? Yeah, you are busy. That's because you're good. That's why you're busy. Okay? When you're good, you're busy. And when you're not good, you charge crazy money and shake people down for more. That's how that works. Hey, Paul. Oh my God. You're welcome. So, yeah, being able to record, setting prices in advance. Everyone is different. Hey, Greta, thank you. Some take money in advance. I don't. Because if you're not happy, I'm not going to keep it. But then again, you really should know within 5 or 10 minutes going into a reading if it's going to work or not. That's, I know certainly at the times that I haven't gotten a good connection. And if someone's not feeling it, they're not feeling it. I look at it a lot. I was in food service, like most of us, waiting tables at one time in life or another. And, someone serves you a plate of food. It's a service, right? And it's a product. So you take a few bites, it's like, ooh, that is too salty, it's cold, it's not right. You send the plate back. You don't eat the whole plate of food, scrape it clean and say, oh, by the way, this is a terrible meal, I want my money back. You don't do that, right? I would hope you don't do that. And then you either get a new plate of food, or you get a refund, or you don't pay. And to me, readings are the same thing. You might have gone in thinking it was going to be one thing. Within a few minutes, you realize, oh, wait, this isn't what I wanted. I'm not comfortable. Hey, Michael. And so you stop the reading. Let's not waste anyone's time. My readers in my shop usually will stop the reading themselves. Notice to tell them. Thank you, Michael. Notice to tell them it's not working. They'll tell you I'm not getting the right connection. This isn't a good, and that's it doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that there's not a connection. Much like Facebook dropping us here. If you tell them not a good connection, and there you go. Overall, however, beyond that, I have to say it's been a pretty awesome week. A lot of people had things that were pending, suddenly come through. Culminations, pregnancies, got the house, moving, new job, promotion, just good stuff. Kids were graduating, news about colleges, and just really happy things for the most part. A lot of hard work paying off. That Seven of Pentacles card, hard work paying off. That's been the theme of this week, and so I'm happy to report that that's been a real positive. Yay! All hearts are going up. Yay! I love that. I'm a big believer in hard work. So it's been working since I was 10 years old, had a work permit at 10. So hard work is its own reward. Pays off in the long run. Yeah, Stacy, but the people should ask. Hey, Lori, how are you? Hey, Leslie. Yeah. So there's that. That's been the good news. People are, and I love the moving, the schools, and all. I mean, I get really excited being a little part of that. I love success. I'm rooting for everybody. I'm not in competition because I'm rooting for everybody too. I have to say that the business has been doing well, and there's been a lot of people starting up businesses of their own, and they're doing well. It's a great time. Hey, Holly. So all exciting, all optimistic. Honestly, I've been really happy. I also love the fact that I think people are starting to buy out of the imposed divisiveness that's been inflicted upon us. I think people are just finally like saying, wait, what? What? From racial tensions to conservative, liberal tensions to, you know, um, masked, non-masked, to vaccinated, non-vaccinated. As it keeps rolling, you just wait. What? What now? Whether or not you believe or don't believe something, you've got to know something's off. I mean, something's off. They're not telling us everything. People are coming together. Thank you, Stacy. Yes, they are. It's just like realizing that if there's a common enemy, it's not us. It is not us. And the hypocrisy. And my conscience is clear. I do shit post about this administration now, but thanks to Facebook memories, I can look back 4 years ago, and I do every day, and see that I was doing the same thing 4 years ago to the last guy. The hypocrisy is killing me. Hey, Lisa. So I really think we're looking at stuff. It's like one mask, two masks. Wait, what? One vaccine, two vaccines? Vaccines every 6 months? Another version, another version. Wait, there's more versions? No, this is a version that has no symptoms, has no effects. Vaccines are ineffective, and you don't know if you have it. Okay, okay. Now it sounds like a science fiction novel. You're moving past reality. And I'm not a denier. And I'm also not an anti-vaxxer. My kids are vaccinated. I'm vaccinated. It's this vaccine. It's this virus that I'm having problems with. Again, not denying. People are dying. I know that. But I just wondered myself when my business closed for 2 months and I watched liquor stores remain open and I watched old people, sorry, lined up to go into Walmart, this far apart, but that was okay. And you sit there, you're like, what? What? And I'm doing my part. I'm playing by the rules. I'm masked when I go out. I mask in my store. I got masks to hand out, and my people normally socially distance, but and then you watch governors and mayors and people don't go out for Thanksgiving and don't have gatherings and don't do this and don't do that, and then we catch them out at restaurants and we catch them out at their holiday plans, and we see what's her face, Nancy Pelosi, getting her hair cut, and After telling us, oh, we can't get our hair cut, we can't get our nails, she's getting her. And then instead of saying, okay, I made a mistake, this, yes, you caught me, saying I was set up. And you just like, wait, what? What, Nancy? Come on, girl, that ain't right. Now you broke the rules, honey, and you got caught. And I think that's what people are looking at. They're looking at the fact it's like, wait a minute. Basically, this is Animal Farm. There's one set of rules for you guys, there's another set for us. And you expect us to be happy little worker bees and just play by your rules. And I don't know. We're not. Some people are still buying into it, but most of people, even while we're complying with rules, I'm looking at this. Yeah, you're right. The press, absolutely, absolutely. Press is no one's friend right now. So anyway, I think too with the what happened to the Capitol, and we saw what happened to Lincoln Memorial, and it's like, whoa, one set of rules here and another set of rules over here. These guys, you got the line of police going in like military, and the other one's like, come in, crazy people, walk in, come stand at the podium. Oh, take the podium, please, steal the podium. Is my favorite meme in the world is that meme where the U.S. government military has a $7 trillion budget, and Mima just stole a podium. We deserve a refund, Yeah. Oh, there it is. Mahali, you said it. That was the one too. Where it's like, okay, you can go eat out, keep your mask on till you get to the table, then you can take it off. But after 9:30 at night, you cannot eat out because then the COVID comes out extra hard. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, and so just like, wait, what? And for some of us who know people who own restaurants, who know people who own businesses that were watching things close, bakeries, one little theater that's been around for like 20 some years closed, and you're just watching this, it's heartbreaking. And you're like, well, who's making money on this? Oh, okay, yeah, someone is, not us. So yeah. And there's a whole other set of problems with people who aren't going back to work because they make more money on unemployment than they do in their regular job. That's a problem unto itself. And complaining because they're not going back to work and they don't want to go back to work when they can make money not working. I don't know if I blame them for that. Frankly, I don't know if I can sit there and say, boy, you horrible person, when I know people are offshore, companies and offshore investing and not paying taxes. And, what is it that Leona Helmsley said? Only the little people pay taxes. I mean, she went to prison, but still, you gotta wonder. If the government was run the way we have to run our businesses and our homes, you'd be looking at a very different story. You don't just get to print more money when you can't pay your bills in your home, and we shouldn't be able to do it with our government either. So, oh my God, Richie, everyone's here. And of course, I was running late, not because I was in a reading, but because I found this delicious new site with the best memes. So I'm posting on Facebook instead of getting ready. God, they were funny though. Read my Facebook. Yeah, thank you. Live bands of the bar owners. Yep. Yeah, they are. Leona Helmsley. Yeah. Remember that? Well, many of you don't because I guess I'm just old, but it was a big thing back in the day. Like Martha going to prison for insider trading, and then our Congress passed a law so they can insider trade without going to prison. Hey, John. All right. So that's what's going on. I want to be optimistic because people are like saying, don't know about this anymore. And eyes are opening. And I love that. I really do. Stop attacking each other and realize we're all trying to make a living. We all want nice things for our family. We all want a home and a safe home. We all want good education for our children. We all want the same things, guys. Trust me. I don't care where you come from. I don't care. We all want that. We all love our children. And Kim, hey Sam, and the opportunity to better ourselves and do better. So I talk to people all day long. I talk to people all over the world. I'm assuring you this is the case. Really is. Um, so please bear that in mind, and let's try to think straight and help each other out, and make it easier on each other. It would go a little easier, right? Yeah, really. So, all right. Well, that's what's going on. Anybody any questions really quick before I start throwing cards for Tarotscopes? Anybody? Anything going on you want to talk about? I'm looking at two screens here. Lisa. Hey, Patty. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, John. So we have a fair tomorrow. Oh my God, this is horrible. My brain just went dead. Okay, Christine, Tree of Life Tarot, a very different tarot reading, an interesting tarot reading if you know anything about the Tree of Life, but she actually draws out a chart and reads you, and she's talented. The wild new moon. This new moon is gonna be a crazy moon. Um, Questioning authority is a big part of this moon, as I was just ranting about. Questioning authority is a big part of this energy. Yes, it is. And being careful who you trust, and watching that you're being honest, and double checking that you're being told the truth. It's all a part of it. Being authentic and taking on leadership responsibilities, and based on what house that moon is falling in for you in Aries. So, right? It's in Aries? Yeah, new moon in Aries. I had something else I want to say. Okay, so three readers. Christine, Sandy's back, and does a lovely tarot. And if you have younger people that you like to get a reading from, I love to recommend Sandy for that. Not because it's a light reading, it's just a wonderfully kind reading, and she doesn't sugarcoat. But I just happen to think that's one of her. Oh no, Stacy, what'd you do? Just my big post on Sagittarius. My daughter Devin's a Sag too. Well, you guys always open your mouth and put your foot in it. That's a Sagittarius thing. That's your kind of your gig, foot and mouth disease. And I mean that with love. That's a Sagittarius thing, saying the absolute worst possible thing, and at the worst possible moment. And yeah, jokes don't always land well either. Having been a Pisces married to my first husband who was a Sag, that was not a good match, by the way. Yeah, so Sandy and Sherry, who's booking up pretty fast. Hey, Susan. Everyone knows it's the truth. It's all right, Stacey. We can admit it. We all have our shadows, and we embrace them. Julie. It's true. We can sit there and we can say, yeah, I'm like that. I remember, God, I was raised by my grandparents, half raised by my grandparents, and I remember Don Rickles, and I remember more because my grandparents had albums from Don Rickles, who was a comedian, and he was what they call an insult comic, little Jewish man, and he basically spent his time just mocking people, a little different than others. He went there culturally, racially, but he made fun of everybody, and it was funny. I mean, I remember, you know, making fun of everyone you can imagine. I'm not gonna repeat his jokes because thank you, Stacey. Yeah, right. Because they all sound racist as hell when you take them individually, but when you're just basically insulting an entire audience, the world globally, it's hard to take offense. I'll tell you, when my first husband met my family, I brought him home on July 4th. It was always a big weekend in my family, a big thing for Irish people anyway, the July 4th weekend. My grandmother was born July 3rd, so we combined her birthday, and that was a big, big deal, July 4th. And, in true Irish American fashion, and by the way, my first husband was French Canadian, the most polite people, the most repressed. They just don't do the big emotion. I didn't know that. Mr. Warmth. Yeah, that was him. Anyway, so here I am, fiance, brought him home, 4th of July weekend, Irish American family. And he's French Canadian, so not used to any of this. And a very waspy bunch they were too. So first, the family is drinking, and one of my cousins was married to a Portuguese man, so he was manning the bar, getting everyone liquored up. I'm like, don't even start that shit with me. I'm on to you. I know what you're doing here. I'm gonna watch the show with you, Uncle Phil. So yeah, they get drunk and they're laughing and they're laughing. And then somebody remembers something that happened to somebody a couple dozen years ago. Now they're fighting. Now everyone's fighting and we're yelling. And then someone starts playing a piano and we're singing. And he's gonna watch this. It's just like, whoa. And singing and crying and eating. And then someone starts playing some marching song and someone gets a flag. Now we're marching around the backyard because we love a parade. We're Irish, parading around the backyard. And I just looked over at Brent and he's just like in a state of shock. Like Medusa hit him with a look. He was turned to stone with his eyes like saucers. Just the hell am I marrying into? I'm like, well, it's 4th of July. Don't you guys do 4th of July? It's fun. It's funny. Sagittarius didn't have anything to say. That's when you know there's trouble. He had nothing to say. He was struck dumb by it all, by the amazing insanity of my family, So that's my story about that cultural insaneness. So miss them with all my heart, by the way. Miss that with all of my heart. All these things that you can't get back. It's just awful. So even if your family is crazy can be, trust me. The family parade. Yeah. So, anyways, Don Rickles basically would run with things like that and go right across the board, everything you could imagine. And it was funny. And we need to get back to maybe lightening up a little bit and being not quite so offended about everything, but staying in our lane and letting people let their freak flags fly. What do you care? Why do you care? And there was a post on my wall about transgender people. And I'm not even going to bother with the details of it, but my thing is, why do you care? Like, what somebody wears, how people present, with what they want to be called, how they want to be referred, what their pronoun of choice is. How does that affect you really? Does that prevent you from paying any bills? Is that taking food out of your mouth? How is that bothering you so much that you can't just let them be happy in a moment or celebrate a moment? It's really okay. You can stop that, right? And because I'm really tired of reading trans kids and gay kids who've been kicked out of the house, who are couch surfing, who are living in their cars because their parents want them to stay in the house. And that's on the family. But man, don't make their life fucking harder. Don't do that. It's already hard enough for some people. Don't make it harder. That's just like kicking someone when they're down. Someone's homeless, making fun of them. Someone's asking for food. If you don't want to give them money, don't give them money. But don't make fun of them. Don't mock someone. Never say it couldn't happen to you. Trust me, you do not want the gods to humble you. I was thinking about this earlier today. You do not want the gods to humble you. Don't think you're better than. They're watching, and you will be sorry. Just understand that. I see it. I've seen it all my life. People who thought they were better. I will say my ex-husband, one of number one. I've got two of those. Um, but he used to say, be really careful who you step on when you're climbing the ladder, because these people you step on to get up the ladder are the people that you have to pass as you're coming back down it. All right. No one stays up there forever. Look at celebrity. Look around you. Okay. Nothing lasts forever. We all bow to Father Time. All have to deal with that, and we want to grow old gracefully. We see lots of people who are not able to do that gracefully. It's a travesty. It's very sad with the constant, need for affirmation and the plastic surgeries and the, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Like, what are you doing while you're making endless videos and while you're taking pictures of yourself? What are you actually doing? Because the conclusion I came to a long time ago is what really matters is that we leave this world a little better than we came into it. And I don't care if that's how we brought children to this world, or we planted a beautiful garden, or we wrote a book, but that we leave this world better than we came into it. That to me is the whole raison d'etre there, our whole reason for being. And so you ask yourself that question every so often, just how is this making the world a better place? And we know the arts do that. We know musicians do that every day. I just posted a beautiful picture of someone playing and angels around them, and I believe they do gather. I do. Those are our muses. They're our inspiration comes from the divine. I believe that with all my heart and soul. And so, rather than look for the next best thing to own or wear or buy or drive, ask yourself how you can serve. How can you best be of service? It's a very Virgo Pisces thing, but it should be all of our thing. We should all be wondering how we can best, care for our fellow man. All right. Hey, Mike, happy Friday. So, all right, I'm gonna throw cards. I think it's time. I've rambled on long enough. All right. So, I will start with Aries, and for those of you who are new, I do a 6-card spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a triangle. And the first card, Sammy, the first card is the situation. The next 2 cards are what is directly impacting the situation. And then the last 3 are pretty much the future. These are short-term cards. And I'll tell you what I'm seeing. So you can throw your own tarot cards in the same pattern and see how you see them, how you read them. Okay? So starting with Aries. I'm so thirsty. Wow. Okay, Aries. We're going to start with the 3 of Swords reversed, the 3 of Cups reversed, and the 7 of Coins upright. The Hangman reversed, the High Priestess reversed, and the 8 of Wands reversed. Okay, so broad brushstroke, when I look at these cards, the first thing I think of is focus on your work, on your career, on what you want to do, and let the rest of it go. Let the past, let go of the things that have hurt you or bothered you. It's time to move forward. Focus on your future. That's how I read these cards. I'll break it down for you. First card is, the 3 of Swords reversed, which is anxiety. All right. 3 of Cups reversed, and the 7 of Coins. 7 of Coins is how I make money. And the 3 of Cups is just that anxiety. Like I don't love what I'm doing. How can I make money and still love what I do? How can I, that's basically what you're looking at. Hangman reverse is usually, in this instance, regret for time wasted. The Hangman reversed, efforts that weren't appreciated. And the High Priestess is not able to make sense of it all, like looking for that higher meaning. And sometimes it's just not evident. Like, what the fuck was that all about? I don't know. I mean, it's just that's wow. I don't know. I mean, what was I supposed to learn about that? I don't know. You'll figure it out in the future. There's only so much time we have to ponder these things, lick our wounds, and it's time to stop that. Move forward, Aries, and really focus on your career, your creative enterprises, your passions. The 8 of Wands reverse is just really tunnel vision time. Focus on what you do. Okay? This is Aries. Okay? That is Aries. So let go of the past. Stop trying to figure it out. Know what you want to do. Focus on that. Let go of all the hurt feelings, all of the past stuff. Anything that's just it's just holding you back. And it does too. You can spend so much time thinking about what was there to learn here. Like, what cares? Figure it out later. This is what memoirs are for. This is what the retirement is for that. During your retirement, you can reflect back. Stop reflecting. Move forward. All right. Hi, guys. All right. Now we have Taurus, and Taurus in true form, King of Coins. That is one of the Taurus cards, King of Coins. The Sun and the Page of Wands, the Emperor, the Nine of Coins, and the Seven of Swords. So in this case, I mean, these are coin cards. That's always Taurus, the house of money. The Sun, which is success, moving forward. This is advancement. This is professional advancement. This is opportunity to make more money. This is opportunity, I say that, Nine of Coins. Money wishes coming true. If you're thinking of starting a business, the Emperor, autonomy, a great time for that. And the caveat here is the Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Swords is it can be office gossip, be toxic behavior. Gossip is often what that is a hallmark of. Maybe people are telling you that no, you can't do it. Maybe people, let's say in your work environment, are backbiting, fighting within themselves, fighting within the office. Not sure who to trust. Trust your instincts, Taurus. They're golden. First of all, these are wonderful cards for progress. Excuse me, progress and success. So I guess here, where with Aries, it was don't let the past or don't let reflection hold you back. In this case, don't let people's bullshit attitudes, gossip, people telling you can't do it, don't let that hold you back, Taurus. Okay? For you, move forward. You've got the golden ticket. You're doing fine. Your ideas are good ideas. And they are financially sound ideas. Don't listen to quote unquote anybody. I don't care. If they even tell you they're experts. I mean, experts told me things that were like bullshit. Bullshit. And I didn't believe it then, and thank God I didn't believe it then. Not everyone that has a certificate or a college degree knows what the hell they're talking about. Not every doctor is a good doctor. It's just so don't worry about that. If someone's telling you, people, why would my business, why would my shop will be 14 years, the middle of this month, April 15th is 14 years in business. My landlord would not give me a lease. I was month to month the entire 10 years because they didn't think the store was going to make it. Why bother doing a lease? I was like, okay, I think it's going to make it. Here I am 14 years later, and all the people who had suggestions for me, like, why don't you do it this way? And why don't you have this program? And why don't you, like, I'm not saying the way I am. I think I'm good. Not that I never took advice, not that I didn't read, but I had already done a lot of studies. And I had already kind of planned out how it was going to go. I already had my vision statement and my 5-year plan, my 10-year plan. Took longer than I thought because I opened in 2007, and in 2008, 2009 we had the Great Recession, so that set me back, but it didn't stop me. It never stopped me. So I don't know. Don't necessarily listen when people tell you it can't be done. It means they can't do it. Doesn't mean it can't be done. People love to shit on things that they can't do. So Ace of Wands reversed, Gemini. First card. The Four of Wands reversed. The Three of Wands reversed. The Four of Cups. The Two of Wands reversed. Introspection. All right. The Hermit. Okay. Okay, Gemini. This is pretty much going against everything that's a Gemini trait, all put in reverse. Everything here being reversed except for that last card, the Hermit. And these are all wand cards. And I know you guys saw me. I'm shuffling all while I'm even talking initially. I'm shuffling. So, and I agree with you, Alex. I tell people that in readings all the time. If you've got a good man, treat him good. Yeah, we talk about them readings a lot. I talk about it. So, anyways, men don't always validate other men the way women validate other. And we have our girlfriends, our friends will be like, "Yeah, you go," or "Well, you worked hard on that." But men don't talk like that to other men. So a man who's pulling it together for his kids, it's up to the wife or to say, or the mother, you're doing a great job. I know this is hard for you, because they don't hear that a lot. I know that actually from my daughter's boyfriends. They've talking to them, they're like, our mothers never talked to us like that, like told us we could do it, and it sounds crazy, but it's just some people in some cultures don't encourage, let's see, male emotions, vulnerability. I guess acknowledging that a man can be vulnerable, and that maybe it was hard for you to do this. So, hey, Christina. All right, so Gemini. I'm actually holding like a hand of cards here. So the Ace of Wands reversed, the Four of Wands reversed, the Three of Wands reversed, the Two of Wands reversed. Dear God. Some kind of royal flush or something. The Four of Cups, the Hermit. This is Aries, broad brushstroke. The Wands are action cards, creative cards, they're all reversed. And especially reversed in terms of teaming, especially reversed in terms of group think, and that's a Gemini strong point. Partnering, everything reversed. The Four of Cups is about what do you really want? The Four of Cups is really reflect on what you really want. What do you really want? No. Really want. Peel the onion. What do you really want? All right. And then we have the Hermit. So Gemini, I want to say here it's about going deep. It's about going deep and peeling the onion creatively, emotionally. Next steps, really planning things out. And what I just said about myself. What's your 3-year plan? What's your 5-year plan? What's your 10-year plan? Where are you going with this? What do you really want? What do you want your life to really look like? When you look at your life being exactly the way you would want it to be, what is it? Forget about having enough money. Forget about what does it look like? Your perfect life. What does it look like? Now, and then work backwards. That's how magic works anyways. When you cast a spell, it's what is your outcome and work backwards. In this case for Gemini, I'm going to say the same thing. Just take everybody else off the table. Take everything off the table. Now, what do you really want? And now, and again, this is all about autonomy, but it's also about no one can help you with this. You're dealing with things that no one can help you. No, and I say that in tarot readings all the time too. Like the cards cannot tell you what you should be when you grow up. Your astrology chart, your natal chart can show aptitudes, talents, but the cards will never tell you what you should be when you grow up. That's a terrible question to ask. It's not going to work. But in this case for Gemini, it really is about that aha moment. Like, what is it that's lacking? What's missing? Where's and taking the time and really just pulling back from group to just by yourself and figure it out. All right. Cancer. All right, Cancer, what I have here is I have the Empress reversed, the Queen of Coins reversed, the Knight of Cups, the Five of Coins, the Chariot reversed, and Judgment upright. Oh boy. All right, Cancer. Well, the Empress reverse is a woman out of power. Sometimes it's the matriarch who is sick. Um, Sometimes a woman being forced into retirement. Someone who's lost their business. Somebody who, but it's a woman out of power. And the Queen of Coins is going to confirm that it's a financial issue. So I want to put it more towards work. Could be out of, again, a woman who's lost her job, forced into retirement, business isn't working. Um, and yet, hold on, I'm sorry. Wow. Sorry. Dropping things now. Um, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups can bring in love, but it also can be a child, a young man. Okay. I want to say in this case that it's time to acknowledge that you're beating your head against a rock here. For financial reasons, it's time to make a change. It's not moving forward. It's not going where you want it to go, and it's really time to to move forward. Liberation card, judgment card, excuse me, is usually signing contracts. Maybe you're trying to sell a business, and you're not getting the money you want for it. Well, sell it anyway. I'm not sure that you're going to get more money holding out. Oh, man. This really is about financial pressures and divesting yourself from financial pressures to let yourself do things that you love, be with your children, maybe being with your grandchildren. Maybe it is time to take that retirement package. Maybe it is time to sell the house and, move, downsize so you have more free time. But this really does speak to making unpleasant decisions based on finances that will actually set you free and give you more freedom at the end of the day. All right? It's Cancer. You can have a great idea for a business and be living in the wrong place for that business. Some businesses that do well in other places, other states, won't float. When I was visiting in Georgia years and years ago, and my kids were little, my three, Daisy was a baby. But there was this place in Georgia called the Foam Factory. It was a converted factory. It was huge. And it was literally one huge ball pit with, I think, probably millions of balls. There's the foam noodles. There was these, look like habit trails, tunnels all around, and crazy bridges the kids could run around on. And then every so often, oh, give me a fucking break with this. Facebook, come on. I'm sorry. Point to that story too.
Okay, guys, I don't know what's happening with Facebook.
Sorry. This is fun. I don't know why Facebook keeps dropping. YouTube is not dropping, so I am sorry about that. To finish that story really quickly, it was this amazing place, and every so often all the kids would run around and throw balls into these big funnels, right? And music was playing, and it was wild, and so much fun. It just kids would go crazy running around, and the balls would be sucked up into this big, huge net. I mean, huge. We're talking literally thousands of balls. This was a big ass space factory, right? Foam factory. And then the thing eventually would get so heavy it would open and then just drop 1,000 balls down into this pit. And the pit was the size of your house. I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing. And I was like, oh my God, we need a place this in Connecticut. And the logistics were Connecticut, you'd never get it past zoning. it would never have done it. It would have flown. It just, hey guys, thanks for coming back on. It never would have worked in Connecticut. So that's my point for this. It was a great idea in Georgia. It would never have translated to Connecticut. And there's, that's just the way it is. So anyway, sometimes you get a really great idea, but wrong spot for that. All right, Leo. Leo, we have the page of coins. We have the two of coins. We have the Fool reversed. We have the Four of Swords reversed. We have the Eight of Cups. And we have the Knight of Coins reversed. And funny enough, kind of mimics what I just was talking about. So, the Page of Coins is news of money, juggling money, false starts with money, a lot of anxiety. The Eight of Cups is leaving home, is and the Knight of Coins reversed. A couple things this could be. One, it could be financial hardships that require you to move home. Okay, and again, if you sometimes to start a business, you got to move home. You got to save your money up to buy a house, and so you move home, and that's to better your life. You have to take a step backwards to make a step forward. That's kind of what I'm seeing here for Leo. Okay, take a step backwards so you can take a big step forwards. There's an aspect of a false start here. Caution about making sure you've got the money that you need to bring this all the way through. Okay. I'm just trying to see. I think for Leo, there's an easier way. It feels like you are trying to climb the absolute hard road when there's ways to make it easier for yourself. And I also want to say, Leo, possibly you've got a really good idea, but it's not time yet. The timing is off. Don't invest your money right now. Don't quit the day job, as we say. You may need to spend a little more time at home before you launch your career. I'm so cautious about touching my phone here because I don't want the Facebook to drop. Yeah, take a minute. It may not be ready. It may be time yet to start that idea. It may not be the time. That makes sense. Okay, it's going to have to make sense because that's what that means. All right, Virgo. One more card for Leo. Eight of Coins, hard work. I'm going to say again, don't quit the day job. It's not time yet. If you're working two jobs, waiting to quit one to do the other full time, take a minute on that one, okay? Maybe not yet. Maybe spreading yourself too thin, Leo. Okay? All right, Virgo. Okay, Amanda, thank you. That's a great that sums it up. So Amanda's like, that's like her son. He's a Leo. He's planning for college, going away, staying home, looking at finances. That's a perfect, that would sum that up really well. All right. And like I always say too, it may not be for you, it may be for somebody else. That's the other thing, maybe you have a relative or a kid, the readings aren't necessarily always personalized, except it might be someone that you care about, someone it's affecting them, and it's been on your mind. All right, so for Virgo, we see Death reversed. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Three of Coins reversed. The Ten of Coins, the Five of Wands reversed, and the Lovers. Okay, so basically, the death is big change that you have made happen. Death is change at your own hands, okay? It's not being inflicted upon you. You're saying, or you've done things and there's a change. And it's a good change. Ace of Swords, it's positive change. Three of Coins reverse. Is the money there right now? Not yet. I don't think it's where you want it to be exactly. Doesn't matter. It's a good change. And it's coming. Ten of Coins is a great card. Five of Wands, there's no stress, no fighting, no conflict. And the Lovers. I'm going to say Virgo, positive action, strong communication. Money's on the way. I love the Ten of Coins. That is almost always buying a house, selling a house, making money, moves. It's all about money, real estate and money. If you're looking for a place, it's the money is there to take it, to get it. If you're selling, you're getting what you want for the house. If you're going to be investing money into your house, absolutely, good call. And I really am seeing a lack of it's like things are coming together for you, Virgo. It's like things are falling together. No one's fighting you with it. No one's challenging you. It's all coming together. Little longer with the money, a little tight. Not much longer, honestly. And I love the Lovers. It's not just about relationships. Well, it can be. It's about living in a state of love, loving what you do, loving where you are, and especially with that 10, I'm saying loving where you are. You know, being in a good place, loving yourself, loving your life. All good for Virgo. Virgos are the worry warts of the zodiac. So anytime they can take a break and feel good about themselves, that's a good thing for Virgo. Okay. All right. All right. Libra. Yay, Sarah, I'm glad. Yay. So glad. You Virgos deserve a break anyway. Okay. So Libra, we have Justice reversed. We have the Five of Swords. We have the Nine of Swords reversed. The Ten of Cups. The Two of Cups reversed. And the Six of Cups. Huh. All right. All righty. Well, Justice reversed is never a happy card. It speaks of an unfair situation. Sometimes it's legal situations not going in your favor. And the Five of Swords is always, for me, seeking help, seeking professional help. So again, if you're having trouble at work, unfair, you go see HR. If you're having troubles in your marriage, you see a marriage counselor, you see a divorce lawyer. This is about going to getting expert help to help you with the situation you're in right now. And the Nine of Swords is saying that if you do that, that's an end to your anxiety right there. The Nine of Swords reversed is an end to anxiety, but you can't do this on your own. Libra, this requires some outside help. I love the Ten of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Two of Cups reversed. So the Ten of Cups is, if the Ten of Pentacles is financial, well-being in the home, the Ten of Cups is emotional well-being in the home. And we have the Six of Cups. It can be a move card, it can be a vacation card, it can be a going home card. But the Two of Cups reversed makes me think that the Two of Cups reversed is two people who don't want the same things. So Libra, you might have somebody coming home. One of your kids would be coming home, breaking up with somebody, and then the need to come home. There's no heartbreak here. There's no death or sickness here. It really speaks to two people on different things, and someone's leaving. All right, that's really how I read this. And Libra, I don't think it's you. I think it's the other person. I think it's really about, if you don't like this, then you can go. That's not really Libra's favorite thing in the world. They rule the house of marriage and partnership. Very few signs. Oh, give me a break. This stupid thing. I am now pushing this away and watch me lose this stupid connection again. I'll cry. I will cry. All right. I'm gonna throw one more card for Libra. The World. Okay. Now the other thing interesting it can be is it could be that you've got two people looking at houses and you've got to compromise. You got to compromise on, are you staying? Are you going? This happens all the time in readings. One person loves the house, loves it, and the other one wants to go south. The other one wants to relocate, or someone wants to go north, and you've got to find a compromise on this. I'm going to say you're going to with the world. A lot of times the compromise is to downsize. Let's say someone who really wants to stay in Connecticut. Again, I hear this all the time. As people approach retirement age, the wife wants to stay where the kids are, and the husband wants to go north or south, or and I both make sense. Sometimes the answer is as simple as selling the big house and buying two very small houses, and splitting your time. There's always different ways to compromise, and these cards, Libra, and Libra is the great compromiser. That's something that Libra usually is very good at. But really, maybe the answer is to be in two places. Maybe the answer is you both give up a little bit. But that's what I'm seeing here for Libra. This idea that two people want two different things, but I don't know. It's the other person. There you go, Lisa. It's not me. It's you. I broke up the people saying that. It's not me. I'm not happy. Anywho. Buy an RV. I was thinking that, Stacy. It's funny. But really, honestly, a vacation cabin up north and a small house down back east. It really can work. So, anywho. Scorpio. King of Cups. Seven of Cups. Ooh, Ace of Coins. Five of Cups reversed. Knight of Cups reversed. And the Knight of Wands upright. Okay. Well, let's look at these cards good here. This is really Scorpio doing what Scorpio does best. Scorpio is stealthy, okay? And stealthy, unlike the next sign over, Sagittarius, that pretty much is in the parade there with the Irish folk waving a banner, and unless it's my ex-husband, French Canadian, but in general, Sag is right there with you, loud and proud. That's not the Scorpio way. The Scorpio way is to make plans strategically, stealthily, and then makes a move swiftly, and you never saw this coming. So, looking at things from a spiritual standpoint, the King of Cups, spiritual, emotional. Trying to balance the spirituality with the financial aspect. The Ace of Coins, making money in the spiritual world, actually would be a great. How do I make money in spiritual, emotional? Could be psychological, but it's. And I want to say that Scorpio is answering that question, and without saying a word, is launching. Knight of Wands. Opportunity is coming in for you, Scorpio, and you are not one to let no opportunity just knock at the door and not answer the door. That's really what this is. The money is there. You're making your plans. You're making your strategic moves. No one knows what you're doing. You're not sharing that. That's not being advertised. I say that because I'm looking at the Knight of Swords reverse. That's not communicating. I'm going to keep this to myself. Thank you very much. No one's going to fuck this up for me. I don't need your advice. That's the great thing about Scorpio. I don't need your advice. I don't need you to tell me what's right or wrong. I'm figuring out what I want, and then once I do, once you know what you want, I'm just going to get it, and it's coming in. It's coming in for you. It is like Scorpio is oh, give me a break with Facebook. It's like Scorpio is the spider in the net waiting for the fly to show up. I can't stand it. I cannot stand this.
I don't know why Facebook keeps dropping. YouTube is not dropping.
I am going to do this again, and then clearly I'm going to delete these videos and just post this YouTube video up on Facebook. Okay. I'm so not amused. Oh, this is crazy. I don't know what's going on, and it is just Facebook. It is not YouTube. You guys haven't had a bad. Thank God. I don't want to jinx myself. Look at this. I can't get Facebook. I think Facebook hates me anyways. They're all jealous bitches. Facebook, Zuckerberg. I think it's him. Just mad at me because I won't let them advertise on my Facebook. Hello, I'm back. I will clearly be deleting these Facebook videos. I'm just going to post the YouTube video that hasn't dropped. It is in its entirety. But for those of you who are coming back on, I should give it just a second here, talking about Scorpio. The image I have here is Scorpio is like a spider in its nest or in its web, waiting for that fly of opportunity to show up where it's going to be all over that. Okay. Sorry guys, it does keep dropping. I am going to delete these videos because at this point now there's like 6 of them from Facebook. YouTube has not dropped. You guys are right next to each other. This is a Facebook thing. I still think they're mad at me for not letting them advertise on my lives, so they're going to punish me. But I want control. I don't care. They can't just put advertisements on my Facebook Live. I don't care if they want to. I don't care if they want to pay me. I want control over what is there. I don't know what they're going to post. I mean, you're going to think that I'm endorsing something that I'm not. So no. I just, no. The answer is no. All right. So Scorpio, you'll be jumping on that real soon. Okay. Yeah, well, I couldn't go live. They actually banned me for a month from live videos, and they didn't even give me a reason. But it happened right after for 2 weeks in a row that they wanted to post ads, and I said no, no. And then the third week, all of a sudden, I couldn't do live videos anymore. So anyway, sorry about that. And I'm going to delete these videos, and I'm going to post up the YouTube video, hey guys, and then at least we'll have it all together. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's not good, Stacy. That's not good. Okay. Yeah, well, for a month, I mean, I do my Facebook Lives too in the shop, and every time I do them, I mean, it's great. But yeah, I couldn't do anything. All right, Sagittarius. We have the Eight of Swords. Ooh, I'm seeing that. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Star reversed. We have the Six of Coins reversed, the King of Swords reversed, and the Four of Coins. Oh man. All right. Well, broad brushstroke. Hey Marlene, how are you? Hey Penny. Broad brushstroke with these cards. When I look at them, I look at a woman who's being bullied, a woman who doesn't know how she's going to get out of a situation, debt that's holding her to a situation. If she's working, she's healthy, she's holding up her end of the bargain, but she's in a situation where she's not sure how she can get out. Now, does it mean it has to be a bad marriage? No, it could be a bad work situation where she's got a boss, King of Swords reversed, who's a bully, who's difficult, who's abusive, but she can't afford to lose her job or leave her job, so she's stuck in this situation, and there's no immediate way out, okay? That's the Four of Coins. How could I make money if I'm not doing this? The Star reversed, hopelessness. The Eight of Swords, grief, just sadness, grief, mourning. The Six of Coins reversed, that's bills to pay. The bright shining star is the Queen of Wands, and yes, that would be Queen of Wands. Wands is fire. That would be a Sagittarius, you know, working hard, but really under adverse conditions, and kind of very confining conditions. How do I get out of this? How do I get away from this person, this situation? I have no answers for you right now. I'm going to throw another card for Sag. Two of Swords, man, rock in a hard place. You're going to take either you take a financial loss or you stay put. Oh, man. Because the Two of Swords is that damned if you do, damned if you don't. Not loving this, by the way. One more card for Sag. The Tower. I'm going to stop getting cards for Sag. This is awful. Okay? And again, do I think this is not every Sag in the world looking at this, but Sag, you probably know somebody who's looking at this. This really is damned if you damned if you don't. And yet the Tower is chaotic, painful endings and changes, and you've got to bite the bullet here at some point. Is it worth staying? Is it worth your mental health staying? Is it worth your sanity? Is it worth your physical health? There's no getting out of this situation easily. This is like, okay, I got to file for divorce. I can't fix this. Okay, I just got to quit this job. I can't fix this. And it may mean, although I don't see bankruptcy here, I see bills. You may have to restructure your finances. But it really does look like there's only change is possible here. I think to do nothing would be deathly. Okay, this is I'm so sorry, Carolyn. I am sorry. This is one of those situations where it's do or die, you know? Stay in a bad marriage for the rest of your life, because there's always a reason to stay in the marriage. You know, there's always a reason to stay. You know, I'm going to stay just till the kids get out of high school. Oh, I'm going to stay till the kids get out of college. Oh, but now we're going to retire soon. I don't want to leave now. You know, bad work thing. Well, what do I do if I don't get a job? Or what do I do? You know, I was reflecting on something. And I'm sharing a lot of myself personally today, which I don't usually like to do. But in both of my divorces, and it was me who was unhappy, but both men said something to me that was just really, I was like, is there a script I don't know about? And from talking to people, many have heard the same thing. It's like, when I'm done with you, you'll be lucky to get a studio apartment in Bridgeport. You'll be lucky if you're in a one bedroom. I'm like, first of all, I've done nothing wrong. Okay. Second of all, who says that a one bedroom apartment in Bridgeport is the worst thing that can happen to me? Because I can assure you, I've lived in one bedroom apartments in Bridgeport. Those are some very happy years in my life. And frankly, I'd rather live in a one bedroom apartment by myself without someone yelling, screaming, telling me bad things than to deal with, someone who's a bully, someone who's mean. That's sitting with jobs. I'll scrub fucking toilets, but I won't work for you, asshole. And I've had that happen. And I've actually said those words. Okay? I left my state job for that reason. My boss left, someone came in. He was a dick. He really was. He was an awful person. And man, the day he threw some papers at me when I was just trying to help him out was a bad day for him. Because he asked me for a cup of coffee right after that. Like literally, like I'm, fetch me some coffee. And I'm like, you could actually hear me snap if you were just click, like, oh, yeah, how do you want your coffee, Mr. Yeah. And he got a cup of coffee, all right. Oh, I made him a real fancy cup of coffee. I took a stop in the bathroom first. Don't fuck with me, The real jerk deserved that coffee. And I quit very soon after. Anyway, that's me. So when they talk about Pisces tolerance, don't believe that. Okay? Yeah. It was funny. All right. And so anyways, I'm telling this story because I understand, and I'm trying to commiserate a little bit with you, Sag. Sometimes there's just no easy answer. And it was a good job, but it wasn't worth working for that fucker. And I went on to better things, actually. All right. So Capricorn. Okay. Sage reversed. The Hierophant reversed. Wheel of Fortune reversed. The Ten of Swords. The Lovers. Ace of Cups. Nine of Cups reversed. Nine of Wands. Okay. So how do I read these cards for Capricorn? I mean, broad brushstroke, it's like it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. The Hierophant reversed. Wheel of Fortune reversed, and the Ten of Swords. Let me just grab one more card because, okay, Page of Cups. You know, that song, Closing Time, comes to mind, and you can go where you want, but you can't stay here. You know, that line in that song, Closing Time, is what I'm hearing as I'm looking at these cards. The Hierophant reversed. Getting out of a rut. That's the biggest thing, is getting out of a rut. Being stuck. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Ten of Swords. Walls closing in a little bit. I'm going to say, first of all, for Capricorn, it looks like it's time for vacation. That's my first. It's time to really look at your emotional self and relationships, and it looks like you use a break. I say that, I'm looking at the Knight of Wands, which can also be a promotion card, frankly. You promoted out of a bad situation or out of a situation that's become stale. I mean, I love the Page of Cups. I love the Ace of Cups. Nine of Cups reversed, though. I really think it's time to switch up your routine, Capricorn. I really think it's time to pay attention to relationship and pay attention to self-care. It just, maybe you're at that breaking point. I'm not seeing an emotional break necessarily. I'm just seeing a sense of really stuck in a rut. Like it's really become routine. And routine too can be okay. Susan, one of my Capricorns weighing in on that. And you know, the Page of Cups, that's from the child card. Could be time to connect with the kids, go someplace with the kids, the family. That's how I would read this, honestly, vacation with the family. But it really might be time to step away from the drudge and the grind, and break out of a routine and switch things up. Now, if you can't do that, you can't just take a break. I always tell people the same thing: go to a different grocery store, take a new way home from work. You know, just switch up something. Whoa. Okay, I'm looking at some of these comments here. You know, make a little change. Go get a haircut or color your hair. Excuse me. Do something small and shift the energy. If you can't afford to move, okay, look at Zillow. Start looking at houses and apartments anyway. You want to make a big transfer. You want to relocate. That's fine. Where do you want to go? Identify that. Let's say, okay, well, I know I want to go to Phoenix, Arizona. I want to go to Phoenix. Okay, start looking at houses in Phoenix. Start Googling attractions and schools and restaurants and what's to do. There's, like you're moving to Phoenix. Okay, just look at that. And honestly, you shift the energy, you shift the attention in that direction. All right. I'm not a big, first of all, I despise The Secret. That's something that you should know about me. That is not my thing. It is not how I practice my magic. But I will tell you that where your attention goes, that's where the energy flows. Huh? That's mine too. But where your attention goes is where the energy flows. So if you want to move to Phoenix, well, right, I want to move to Phoenix. I am moving to Phoenix. Where am I going to live? How much does it cost? Where's the nearest restaurants? What's the neighborhood look like? I mean, thanks to Google Maps, we can pan out and, get a real good look at stuff. You got little children, where are the parks? What are the elementary schools like? Yeah, look at some police logs, some police blotters, check out the neighborhoods. That's the thing you do. And it may not happen immediately. but I assure you, you're pushing the energy in that direction. All right? All right. And Capricorn, it's time to shift some energy. Nothing awful, but nothing's changing right now, so shift the energy. All right. And we know Capricorn's been working like a hellion for God, the past 2 years now. Capricorn's been on fire, and I say 2 years. I shouldn't even say that. It's been more like 5 years of a grind for Capricorn. It's time to just give it a minute. Okay, take a little teeny tiny break, Capricorn. All right, Aquarius, we have the Six of Wands reversed. We have the Queen of Swords reversed. We have the King of Wands reversed. The Page of Swords reversed. The Devil reversed. And the Ten of Wands reversed. Working backwards on this, because that makes sense, telling the story from the back to the front. In this case, the Ten of Wands reversed is the straw that broke the camel's back. Six of Wands reversed. No big changes, really, career-wise. No fresh energy, which is death for an average Aquarius. Queen of Swords reversed. Very difficult female. Okay, manipulative. And I'm looking at the King of Wands, which is a man, a workaholic. Now it could be reversing this if the Aquarius is the female. The Queen of Swords reverses. She's just tired of her man being at work all the time. And again, it's not letting up. There's no fresh energy. Aquarius isn't one to get married and then be left alone all the time. Just to be clear. So, but it usually is a female who's getting angry and often irrational. Can also be an older female, older woman who's got dementia. There's a thought process is not right. Page of Swords reverse, not talking. Devil reverse, leaving something toxic. Ten of Wands again, reversed. Straw that broke the camel's back. This is not a good situation. This is really just working to avoid confrontation, and it's not working anymore. You're very quickly coming to a point where there's going to be no ignoring this. Devil reversed is really removing yourself from toxicity, not talking, you're not communicating. Okay, I'll just work and ignore this. Okay, you do that. It's not going to work. I've tried that, by the way. It really doesn't work. This work harder, I'll just pretend it's okay. That's a secret bullshit thing. That is not pretending it's all okay doesn't work. Sorry, you can't manifest peace by being peaceful in a bad situation. That's not going to happen. That's just not going to work. That's how people have ulcers and nervous breakdowns and heart attacks, frankly. That's how you stroke out. I'll just pretend it's okay while somebody is ruining my life. Anyway, this is really breaking away from something toxic. Could it be at work? Sure, it could, because I'm looking at a wand card up top, and so it could be something at work. There's no broken hearts here. It's just I've fucking had enough. I'm done. That's you want broad brush stroke on this for Aquarius? I'm fucking done. I'm not talking about it. I'm just done. So whatever Aquarius is dealing with, if you think you can ignore it, Aquarius, I don't think you ignore it much longer. Just don't. Something going on in the house or at work that you're going to have to deal with it. Okay? All right, Pisces, this is it. Pisces. All right, Pisces, we start off with the Temperance. Lovely card, really. The Seven of Wands, the Moon reversed, the Queen of Cups, the Magician, and Strength. Well, Pisces, this is lovely. Temperance is balance. Who doesn't love balance? Who doesn't love that? That's everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Oh my goodness. Seven of Wands is school, education, training. Moon reversed, things being revealed, things falling into place, things that were hidden, um, things you thought, oh, I'm going to do that. Oh, well, now I do. Look at that. It's been revealed. Okay. And I say that because I'm looking at the Magician, look at the Queen of Cups, and look at the Strength card. In some cases, the Moon reversed is revealing awful things, but in this case, no, the Moon reversed is revealing great things. How to grow, how to get what you want, how to become what you need. A lot of this is about becoming a better person, a more educated person. A lot of this is about, strength, the Magician, Queen of Cups. It's really a lovely female energy, a nurturing energy, but it's a gentle energy. This isn't harsh, but it's really everything just finally falling into place. Hey Anne, how are you? So that's what I'm seeing here. Oh, what are you doing? Stop, Orlando. Hey. All right. He's just shredding a wicker screen. No biggie, right? Hey, Orlando. You know I'm talking to you. Okay. Really care less. Anyway, nice things for Pisces. I would say Pisces, it kind of falls into what I said. Last card is the Six of Swords, which is travel, um, relocation, travel. Nice things for Pisces. And it is going back to what I was talking about when I was first talking about the shop talk side of things is culminations, things finally coming together, hard work paying off, projects moving forward, people, who are waiting for a house, that the house shows up. I'm buying a house. I finally found one. New job, finally started it. Really good stuff. So Pisces is kind of bringing that in with that energy. So remember, please, that these are short-term cards. These are not, for Aquarius, for Sagittarius, for something a little more negative, or a lot more negative, or maybe you're drinking right now. I don't know. But but these are short-term cards. I'm not looking at the rest of your life here. Okay, I'm looking at just the week and what's happening right now. So just because you have an answer today doesn't mean you won't have an answer tomorrow. It's just that right now, whether it's a rock in a hard place or the straw that broke the camel's back, it's going to have to be dealt with. And sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and deal with shit. I've had to reinvent myself 3 times in my life. I've left home at 14 with a box of my school papers in a suitcase, and two divorces that left me financially, you know, um, in the hole, and having to climb up and reinvent myself, and yeah. So it's never fun. It's never easy, but it is makes life interesting. I mean, I don't understand, and it's just my nature to not understand why someone would stay in a really bad situation that they don't have to stay in. I there's no slavery in America. And even if it comes down to going and getting on a Section 8 housing list, and so that you have housing waiting for you before you file for divorce, you can start taking action. And yet it may not seem like the most positive thing to do, but I'd rather live in a Section 8 apartment than in the Taj Mahal with someone who's abusing me, someone who's yelling at me, someone who's drinking heavily, someone who's, cheating on me, embarrassing me. The stories I hear are horrible stories that I hear of how, everything from men posting up their wives' pictures on sex sites. The shit that I hear is awful, awful stuff. And women staying because they're not sure how they're going to make a living, or how they're going to. Honey, you can make a living. You'll figure this out. All right. Don't stay where you're being abused, because that's not living. I've helped 5 women get out of bad marriages. I can't leave because I can't get a lawyer. You don't need a lawyer. Like, what? You don't need a lawyer. You don't even got a pot to piss in. You don't own your house. Not to be, not to be me, but that's how I talk. What are you a lawyer for? He's going to ask you for $3,000 you don't have? For what exactly? To divide up what? You're renting. You're barely making ends meet and you got kids. What are you afraid of? Well, the courts are going to tell you exactly what you can do with these kids. You don't need a lawyer for that. That's family court. They'll decide that. You don't, and actually the lawyer doesn't either. Okay, it's going to be on you. It's going to be, on you and that court, that family court. Totally separate issue. So, you go to, and I always say this, and everyone knows I can't stand lawyers. That's another, you're learning all about me today. I really hate them. There's one hand, I can count the lawyers I actually like, that I've met that I like. I think they're terrible, As much as I'm against scamming psychics, I am really against attorneys in general. Useless. And the fact that most members of our Congress are attorneys says everything I need to know. Where are the scientists? Where are the engineers? Where are the educators? That's what we should have in Congress, not a bunch of fucking useless lawyers. And they are useless. Unless you've got an estate you're settling or properties you need to divide up, you don't need a lawyer. All right? If you're broke, don't worry about a lawyer. Go to your superior courthouse for your area and ask for the do-it-yourself divorce kit. Right? It spells it all out. They're really nice. In every courthouse I've been in, they will help you. All right? The first thing you gotta do is file. I think it's a $50 to file. And then you've got to have the person served. Again, you're going to pay a deputy to serve. All in all, you can get divorced for under $300. If you can't afford the child care classes, which are another $250, the court will pay for those. Okay? So this idea of I got to have thousands of dollars to get divorced, bullshit. So set yourself up. Where are you going to live? Where are you going to go? File for your damn divorce and get free of that situation. And likewise, if you've got a job that is killing you, and I've been there. I had a great job. I love my boss. My boss left. The person replacing was horrible. And he was horrible because he wanted to bring his mistress in, no shit, to take over my position as his secretary. He wanted to bring her over here. And so he just wanted me gone. And I'm okay with that, except, you have to be mean to me. I would have just left. But as long as you're making it a game, as long as it's a contest, I'll play. I'll play your game. And I'm gonna leave too. So anyways, we can end this nicely or we can end this chaotically, Oh, what do you know? You're choosing chaos. Okay. That's the truth. But I mean, there's someone says I gotta be nice. I'm not a threefold law person. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a turn the other cheek person. I'm a you hit me, I hit you harder person. And that's the truth, guys. That is me. I'll never hit you first. And I'll always help. My nature is to help. But my nature is not to be a sucker. And that's the truth. There's no one saying you have to do that. And one thing I'm going to be talking about, since a lot of you have expressed interest in witchcraft, is with the Young Witches Club that I'll be starting. And again, it's not so much that it's young witches. They are on the young side. They are practicing witches that I know, that I work well with. But what we're going to talk about in our classroom setting, with homework, with assignments that you guys can follow along with, it'll be on YouTube, but is philosophically aspects of witchcraft. And the threefold law I'm going to tell you right now, which is the big Wiccan principle. What you do comes back in three. Ever mind the rule of three, but there never was a rule of three. There never was a rule of three. Gerald Gardner took that from a work of fiction. All right. And it was used to Christianize and sort of pasteurize witchcraft to make it palatable to the masses. That's how they sold it. The same way they sold Christianity by adding pagan aspects to it. You've got, the solstice. That was the big celebration, right? The solstices. Well, we've got the birth